Welcome back to the class, which is IELTS Crash Course with Hamza Habib. Today I'm going to discuss each and everything about the IELTS listening module. But before getting into the IELTS listening module, I just want to have a quick overview about the IELTS listening module. Okay, so basically, IELTS listening module consists of 40 minutes, and it comprises of 4 sections, and in these 4 sections, each having 10 questions. Okay, and the most important thing you should keep in mind that recording will be played only once. Okay, so you have just one opportunity to listen to that audio. So the key is to stay attentively and listen actively. And one thing I just want to mention about the time, that as far as the paper based test is concerned, so 30 minutes would be for attempting that question, and a window of 10 minutes would be given to you guys for transferring the answers of that question from the question book to your answer sheet. And as far as the computer based test is concerned, so you will be given a window of 2 minutes, and in that 2 minutes all you guys have to do is just to check your answer. Okay, and now I'll just talk about and elaborate a little bit about the sections that are present in the IELTS listening module. The first one would be a conversation, and that conversation would be regarding a social situation, and the second section would be a monologue, and that monologue would be regarding eternal subject, and the third one would be a conversation, but this conversation would be regarding some educational topic, or it would be somewhat like a training context. Okay, and the last one would be a monologue, and that monologue would be a lecture or an academic talk. Okay, but let me explain what's the difference between the conversation and the monologue. Okay, conversation takes place between two to as many as you like. Okay, but in conversation there are two or more than two speakers. Okay, but in monologue only one speaker would be there, as I am here in this lecture, in this video, delivering to you guys. So it's basically a monologue because it's just only one way talking. Okay, and talking about the type of the tasks that appear in the IELTS examination, in specifically in the listening module. Okay, so basically there are note completion, there are gap fill, there are short answers. As far as short answers are concerned, so in some questions word limit is defined. Okay, like for example, word there in the question there would be specified that you would have to answer in 2 words, you have to answer in numbers, you have to answer in 3 words. Okay, so all you guys have to do is just to stick to that word count and answer accordingly. And there can be table completion, there can be multiple choice questions, or there may be three options or maybe 4 options. There can be sentence completion task, there can be labeling a diagram kind of task, and the common topic which usually appears in the IELTS listening module is our social situation and daily life. It can be regarding education, it can be related to work, it can be related to travel and tourism, it can be about health and wellness, it can be regarding tech and science, it can be regarding transportation, environment, and archaeological excavation. The purpose of me adding this slide to my lecture, to my video, is that you guys should practice on these topics. You guys should practice on each and every aspect, of this topic. Okay, so if you guys have a practice on each of these topics, and when you appear in the examination over there, you will feel at home, because you will used to these kind of topics. You will not face any sort of difficulties over there. Okay, so it's beneficial for you guys to search each and every kind of topic on ChatGPT, on YouTube, or any other app, and search it over there and have a little bit knowledge over there that what kind of conversation, what kind of monologue can come from a topic like this. And I think you guys should keep in mind these two journal strategies. Okay, the one is listening for words, while the other is listening for numbers. Okay, and listening for words, what should be the core strategy for listening for words? Okay, listen for it, the core strategy would be to focus on the keywords. Okay, that what are the keywords that are used in the question, what are the words that I'm looking for in that audio. Okay, because keywords are something that carry the main meaning. Keywords are something that make that particular question unique from the rest of other questions. Okay, so you guys have to focus on keywords. If you got that keyword, then listen actively to that audio. Okay, and look for that keyword. You will find your answer round about that keyword. And the key tip is that usually and sometimes that keywords are stressed, okay, in the audio, so it can also give you a little bit hint. Okay, and by stressing, I just means that there would be an intonation, there would be a rise of voice. Okay, there would be a rise of voice. Okay, and listening for number, the key strategy for listening for number should be that you should be aware of the different kind of number formats. Okay, that how I can write, and how would be the pattern of writing a specific phrase, how would be the pattern of, or what would be the pattern of writing a type. Okay, like usually in Pakistan we usually write time like hours, then minutes, and then seconds. Okay, and after that you should also be aware of the ID. Okay, that how can I write ID in correct format. Okay, so you should be aware of these things. Okay, and the final number are often fall into. Okay, there would be a fall into. Okay, so the thing is that you would get an idea about that. Like if I have to say something like this in example 1999, so you guys would have noticed that I have a little follow tone at the last 9. Okay, so it usually signals the listeners that the number has ended. Okay, and there are some certain ways where the listener would be, where the speaker would say the verse. All you have to do is just to look to the question and to fill that gap according to that particular question. Okay, so the speaker can say like 13.33, or he or she can also say like 13:33. Okay, like as far as time is concerned, so he or she can say that it's 2:45, or he or she can say that it's a quarter to 3. Okay, he or she can also say that 3.75 or 3.75. Okay, or he can also say like when it's currency, so $3.75. Okay, and when there is a number, so he or she can also say like +1 505. So you will answer according to their particular questions. Okay, you will have to guess that I have to write numbers, or I have to write that numbers in words form. Okay, and not talking about this section one, which is a social conversation. Basically, the type of this would be a dialogue in a casual setting. Like for example, there would be two friends talking about a certain topic, a random topic. There would be an academy, I would say, owner of an academy or teacher of an academy inquiring about the students. Or it would be something like that, like booking a seat in a hotel, or inquiring about certain things, like inquiring about the admission procedure, inquiring about the route to a specific historical moment or a particular place. And the tasks that are included in the section 1 can be forms completion, can be table completion, or can be lists as well. Okay, and the section 2, which would be a monologue, and that monologue would be regarding a journal topic. Okay, as you guys are aware of the journal topic, that it can be any topic, any topic in journal. But the thing is that there would be only one speaker in the section 2. Okay, and the example of monologue or of section 2 would be, like for example, it can be tour guide, it can be an announcement, it can be a disclaimer, it can be anything else. Okay, it can be like explaining the guidelines of a particular college, explaining the rules of a particular college, or an academy or something like that. And the tasks that usually appear in the section 2 can be sentence completion, can be diagrams, can be short answers also. Let me point out again that short answer by short answer, I just want to say that over there a word count limit would be specified, and you would have to answer according to that word count, that word limit. Okay, that can be 2 words, that can be 3 words, that can be numbers, or that can be words, or anything else. And in the section 3, where there it is basically a conversation, and that conversation would be regarding an educational discussion. Okay, over there in this section there can be 2 to 4 speakers talking about an academic topic. Okay, so basically it would be an academic discussion. And for example, students would be there in the setting, they would be discussing something about their course, their exams, or anything else. Or there would be a teacher meetings, like for example, 3 to 4 teachers would be there, they would be discussing that how to improve the standard of our academy, of our college, and how to have a good marks in the upcoming examination. Okay, how to prepare our students for that kind of examination. So there would be something like that. And the task that usually appear in the section 3 would be MCQs, it can be complex diagram, and sometimes it can be matching topics or matching words also. And in the section 4, as I have mentioned earlier, that it would be an academic lecture, and that the type of it would be a monologue. Okay, usually it can be a university lecture, or it can be a lecture that I'm delivering on this platform, Student Squad, to you guys. It can be something like that, and all you have to do is just to do notes completion, is just to fill that flowcharts, is just to classify things accordingly. So in this lecture I just want to deliver to you guys, and I just want you guys that you should know about the structure of the IELTS listening module. Over there would be 4 sections, and each section comprises of 10 questions each, and you should practice for listening. Okay, that listening can be regarding words, and that listening can be regarding numbers as well. And master task type. Okay, I have already mentioned each of every task, so you all you guys have to do is just to get used to that task type, and also train your ear for different accents. Okay, but in majority of the cases a British accent is over there in the examination center. So I would just recommend to you guys, just firstly you have to focus on the British accent, then American, and then North American accent also. Okay, and the thing which I have mentioned earlier, but I just want to repeat it again, that audio will be played just one time. Okay, so focus is the key, active listening is the key, and I hope you guys have enjoyed this lecture. So have a good day, just take very good care of yourself and the people who are connected to you, whether they are your friends, they are your family, they're your neighbors. Take a very good care of them too. Have a good day. Allah Hafiz.